We're back with the Fantasy Football Fallout Tight Ends Edition. We are going to be giving away our weekly awards. Those are the Kicked in the Crotch awards. Which tight end kicked you in the crotch? Comment below. I want to hear about it because one got me real good this week, right in the groin. I'm going to give my I'm Watching You award, right? I'm watching you. Somebody is catching our attention. We're going to be talking about waiver wire pickups for the week. If that's all you care about, just click the timestamp below. It'll take you right there. We're also going to be talking about what happened in week 1 and how does it pertain to week 2 and the rest of your season as well. So let's dive in. ESPN's projected scoring top 10. By the way, everybody, I will be giving out my computer projections starting in week 3. I need some time to calibrate. I didn't get a load of preseason games to watch. A lot of new offenses out there. We'll ratchet it up in week 3. But for now, it's ESPN. The ones in white were the ones ESPN got correct within the top 10. Travis Kelce, Kittle. You got Andrews, Waller, Ertz, Ingram, Higbee, Henry, Fant, Gronkowski. By the way, I'm still not a fan on Higbee, if anybody cares. Next one, and when I say I'm not a fan on Higbee, he's a fine NFL player. I just don't love his fantasy prospects. I like Cooper Kupp more. What can I say? Let's see. And I know Cooper Kupp's a wide receiver, so if you're that person's going to type out Cooper Kupp, he's not a tight end. I like Gerald Everett at tight end. I think he's going to get more snaps than anyway. Cooper Kupp, I think he's going to work the middle of the field in that offense. Who actually scored in the top 10? Okay, number 1 tight end as of the time of this recording, which is Sunday night, Dallas Goedert. Then you had Andrews, Kelce, Hockenson, Njoku, or I should say Njoku, Logan Thomas, O.J. Howard, Jared Cook, Greg Olsen, Hunter Henry. O.J. Howard getting the snaps over Gronkowski. That was a bit of a surprise to me. I think it surprised a lot of people, including ESPN. Greg Olsen, not a surprise to me at all. Russell Wilson loves throwing to his tight ends, especially on the goal line. As soon as I saw that I think the Seahawks were like on the 5-yard line or something like that, I'm like, yeah, this is probably going to be the Olsen touchdown. Boom, hit it in the next play. Hunter Henry, the way that game went, I'm surprised that he eked himself into the top 10. Good for Hunter Henry, I guess. Well, that Chargers offense. They got to go to Herbert. They got to go to Herbert. What's the point? Tyrod Taylor. I like Tyrod Taylor just fine, but oh man, it's going to get ugly there. Logan Thomas, very interesting, kind of a prospect coming out. One of the very few bright spots for that Washington offense. T.J. Hockenson, not a super shocker that he kind of busted out. Remember, he did well while he and Stafford were both healthy at the same time. That was a very short sample size. So I think Hockenson is a guy that should be on your radar. And obviously Andrews, Dallas Goedert, we saw this emerge. We saw him emerging and maybe overtaking Ertz at the end of last season. It could have been Washington's coverage packages. I haven't really dove into that game yet. I have 4 games I have to watch still to catch up. Dallas Goedert, though, on the stat sheet really looks a lot better than Ertz. Like, again, I'm gonna be watching the games before I get into a lot of the analysis throughout the week. Check back on the Week 2 playlist on Underdog TV. Now let's give away some awards. Let's give away the Kick to the Crotch Award of the Week, and that award goes to Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst. I'm super high on Hayden Hurst. I still am. But when Russell Gage and Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones get 12 targets apiece, 36 targets between the 2 of them, or the 3 of them, and then you get Hayden Hurst with 5 targets. I can live with that. But that combined with Hayden Hurst, every time he had a little bit of physical contact as the ball was being delivered, he dropped the ball. And he would get up and he'd throw his hands up, throw the flag. And, he was interfered with, especially on I think there was a 3rd down conversion he missed. He was definitely hit early on that. But come on, man, you're a tight end. You're supposed to be the big guy, the big body guy, box people out. You're going to be contacted physically, especially by linebackers who aren't the best in coverage. They're usually a little bit more physical. Officials give them a little bit more leeway, I think, in coverage where those routes are based. A lot of 5-yard routes, by the way, where you can be contacted pretty hard off the line. Hayden Hurst, man, got to grow up in a hurry. I'm still a believer. I'm not selling my Hayden Hurst stock yet, but I was disappointed. I was hoping to see at least 10 targets from Mr. Hurst. Dropped a 2-point conversion. That was a bummer. Now, who am I watching? My eye. Who do I have my eye on? Dallas Goedert. I was just talking about him. Last season, he was a more viable red zone threat than Zach Ertz. Dallas Goedert, I don't know if I had mentioned, I might have transposed the names there, but Dallas Goedert's the one I'm watching. He's a player you're talking about if you're in a dynasty or a keeper league. The Zach Ertz contract situation, is that going to impact Ertz? I saw him make a key drop or two this game. Dallas Goedert, The book on Zach Ertz, too, is that he's not the best blocker in the world. Goddard, you don't have to pull off the field in any situation. Is he the long-term guy in Philadelphia? He could be. He's very talented, and Philadelphia likes running this two tight end set anyway. So even if Ertz, goes off on 1 week, Goddard could still get these touchdowns. So he should be very high on your radar. I'm actually personally, I'm deep in my leagues at receiver and running back, so I'm going to be focusing on my quarterbacks and tight ends. So for that reason, I'm actually going to be putting Dallas Goedert pretty high on my waiver wire list overall. Dallas Goedert only owned in 27.2% of the leagues. That number is going to climb. He's going to be at like 85% of the leagues probably by Wednesday, so get on him soon. Greg Olsen, I mentioned before, he's going to be catching touchdowns all season long. Russell Wilson, 31 of 35 this week, 4 touchdown passes. Greg Olsen got one of those touchdowns. He's going to probably finish with like 8 to 10 touchdowns if he can stay healthy. Pick him up, especially in standard or especially in TD-only leagues. Jimmy Graham, he was a factor. The Bears had been wanting a standout tight end for years. My big question coming into the season is, can Jimmy Graham hold off like the rookie Cole Kmet? He looked good enough in week 1 that he'll be on the field for weeks to come, so I think you can get him. Logan Thomas, I like him. I like the player. My problem is I'm not a believer in the Washington football team's offense. So at some point, defenses are going to react. They're going to bottle up McLaurin as the Eagles did this week, and they'll also shift some coverage over to Logan Thomas. Is he good enough to beat double coverage? I don't know, and we're going to find out pretty soon because there aren't a lot of options there in Washington, unfortunately. So there you go. There are my waiver wire tight end selections. Let me know. Comment below who your waiver wire selections are. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And let me know who got you in the crotch as well, because Hayden Hurst, I know, got a lot of people, myself included. Higbee probably got a lot of people too. But yeah, let me know. Comment. Let's keep it fun. Let's move it over to the Week 2 playlist as well. Check out all of the updates. Check out all the positions. And we'll catch you on another video soon.